easy to take for granted just how much changed when we passed the ACA. 20 million more people got covered. Pre-existing conditions became protected. And it's not an exaggeration to say that this law saved my sister's life. But it's also easy to forget how difficult it was to get that law passed. The fact is, that law was only passed by a handful of votes. And so President Obama said to Joe, you've got to get up there to Capitol Hill, and you've got to talk to the Republicans and talk to the Democrats, and we have to get this passed. And they did. And anyone can tell you what they want to do, but Joe can tell you what he's already done and will continue to do. His entire career bringing people together, building bridges, and actually delivering on the promises that he's made. So when he says he's going to pay teachers what they deserve, or invest in 21st century job training, or strengthen Social Security, you can believe him. Because he's won these battles before and he'll do it again. Into the future, not drag us back to the past. And honestly, I cannot wait to get to that future. So I'm going to take it in. So I want you to picture that it's 2021. It's a beautiful morning. Well, not like this morning. I just came from Kansas City, and it was pouring. Just absolutely pouring. Okay, so you wake up and you're sipping your morning coffee. You pick up the morning paper and the headline isn't about some late night tweet storm. It's about our children who will benefit from universal pre-kindergarten. You turn on the television. I know, I'm so happy for that as an educator. You turn on the television like I always do to get the weather, and the anchors aren't talking about how we're on the brink of some ill-advised war. Instead, they're talking about how we're going to build on the Affordable Care Act with a public option and bringing down the cost of prescription drug prices. Are reporting that finally, someone is standing up to the NRA and keeping us. And when they cut to the President of the United States, you don't turn the channel. the mute button, she said. You call in your kids from the other room because you want them to hear what the President of the United States has to say. Commander-in-Chief you can trust. A leader who brings people together instead of tearing families apart like we've seen at our southern border. A president that you can feel proud of, who believes that our best days are ahead of us. And that's my husband, Joe Biden. 4 more years of a Donald Trump presidency fundamentally change the character of our nation and how our allies view us. Joe is going to win in places we need like Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Ohio, Michigan, and right here in Missouri. He's going to build a winning coalition that actually looks like America. Rural and urban, Asians, Latinos, whites, and African Americans, people of all generations, Democrats, independents, and yes, Republicans. And we show a real Democrat at the top of our ticket. Democrats in the most rural cities and the most conservative ones will be able to run with him and not from him. Joe can get us to the future we want, but we cannot do it without you. People often come up to me and say, Jill, I hate what I see on the television. I hate feeling bad and negative every day. But I don't want this. I'm just one person. What can I do? Well, the answer is all around us in this room. In every person who cares to keep on fighting. And what can one person do? Well, one phone call can change a mind. One conversation can sway a vote. One ballot can win an election. Every action we take, everything we do becomes a part of something bigger than ourselves. It only takes one person to stand up for what's right. So will you be that person?